what I wanted to do was when I put together Entrepreneurial Happiness, I basically thought about, well, what does entrepreneurial happiness mean? And I tried to look at the three principles of it. And what I want the trusted team to do is essentially to be a deeper dive of each of those principles. It's not going to be what's in entrepreneurial happiness, albeit the framework that I built for that is the framework that we will operate on. So what I thought about when I looked back at all of the years I'd been working in business and reading books and attending workshops and courses and all that sort of stuff was really, well, what are the three components to entrepreneurial happiness? And the first was that we've got to be able to build our business successfully, because ultimately, if we don't build the business, if the business isn't growing, then we can't afford to employ the people that we want to employ, market the way that we want to market, spend the money that we want to spend. So we've got to make sure that we're continually building the business. Then we've got to make sure that we're innovating. And when I talk about innovating, I mean both in business and in life, because what we want to do, I know that you guys are pretty well switched on to the whole work-life balance, as we've just heard. You're not working ridiculous numbers of hours, but it's so important that we do continue to innovate in both business and our life to improve that balance and improve, because otherwise we give up so much, whether that's our health, whether that's spending time with the people we care most about, whether it's doing the activities that we love. If we don't innovate in our business to get us more effective, but in less time, then we give up all of those things that are actually probably the most important things in life. And we'll come back to that later on. And then finally, we've really got to, for the time that we spend at work, we may be wanting to spend less and less time at work over time, but ultimately the time that we spend at work, we've got to make sure that we're enjoying it, because otherwise, we spend a huge amount of time there, it becomes a chore, and then you end up wanting to step aside and doing something different. So when I put together Entrepreneurial Happiness, I put together all the best ideas within the build phase and put them into what I've called the profitable business plan. Put together all of the best ideas from the innovate both in life and in business, and called that the free life business model. And then I put together the epic business blueprint, which was basically how can we make sure that we love what we do when we're there. And so that's what I want the trusted team to be all about. It's going to be a deep dive into all of these different areas, some of which are covered in Entrepreneurial Happiness at a sort of fairly high level, but some of it is we don't even go into in Entrepreneurial Happiness at all.